Time now for a KNT Netball Association update. No games over the weekend, which means it was a nice weekend off for you, wasn't it, Sally?
It was, yes. It's great to be back, and after all feeling refined and refreshed and ready to go again this week.
It's good to have you back as always, and it's always good to get a weekend off, isn't it? Those winter sports, you grind it out every single week. It's cold, it's wet, and sometimes you just need that weekend off, especially from an outdoor sport.
I definitely think so, and I think, probably 10 rounds in, people might have a few niggling injuries, or I think it was the start of the school holidays, so people have, gone on holiday to nice warmer places. So I think it's just great to have a stop, refresh and go again for the second half of the year.
That's it. It certainly is. And we're getting into round 11, so there's just 6 weeks left. We're really into the business part of the season now. We've gotten through this last weekend off, so are all the teams pretty much at full strength, or do you think there are a few players still missing, holidaying through various warmer parts of the world?
Yeah, I do think there could be a few people away this weekend. Being in the middle of the school holidays, I do know, especially at our club, there's quite a few players away, with most teams running short this week. So I'd say all clubs are in the same boat. And, let's hope that people get some great game time this week, and, everyone's at least competitive.
Let's hope so, and let's get into the action. We've got our usual 4 games this week, so Keith are coming off the weekend off, straight back into the bye, so an extra week off for them, so they won't be pushing their charge further up the ladder this week. But we'll start off with Lucindale hosting Kybe Bolite, and this one is going to be a Friday night game, so that's going to be nice and frosty for those girls.
I definitely think so, yes. They've got a Friday night game starting at 7:45 at Lucindale, so I think, I'd say it's cold, a bit dark and wet, obviously, but, I think it'll be nice cold conditions. I hope it's a great game still, because these are 2 great teams playing, so that's 4's playing 6, so I think this is going to be really detriment of what will happen later on in the season, so they'll both be wanting a win, and they're only 1 game apart, so I think great game out there under a Friday night. Get along to it if you can.
Yeah, it should be a cracker. And taking a look at where they both sit on the ladder, Kybe Bolite are in 4th at 5 wins, 2 losses and 2 draws. A real mixed bag for them this season. And Lucindale are in 6th, 4 wins and 5 losses. So they don't seem to be too far apart. Who do you think's going to win this one?
Yeah, so last time they met, Lucindale got the win by 5 goals. It's quite high scoring at 57-52. So, and that was at Kybe on their home ground. So I think it'll be a great game. I think they'll have great spectators there, a lot of people watching. And I might just tip Lucindale in a close one.
Certainly will shake up the table if Lucindale can win in front of their home fans. They've both been involved in a lot of close games this year, so we're looking forward to hopefully another one tonight. And we'll get back into our next game, Bordertown taking on Mundalla. So this one's taking place in Bordertown and could be a good chance for them to get their first win over Mundalla, who are 3-5 on the season.
Yeah, I think so. I think this will be a great game, this one. Last time they played, Mundalla 36 defeated Bordertown 33, so it was nice and close and low scoring. I do know there are a couple of injuries that have hit Mundalla in their A grade, so they'll be missing a defender and a goalie there. And I know Bordertown's got a few players away on overseas holidays, so I think, they won't be at full strength, but I still hope it's a great game, and let's hope Bordertown are very competitive. They might get their first win here, and I might tip them in a close one.
Hopefully those girls that are away on holidays are somewhere a bit warmer than Bordertown will no doubt be on Saturday. Looking at our next game, it's going to be taking place in Naracoorte. So Naracoorte hosting Penola, and 2 more teams who have had some really interesting results lately.
They have definitely. Like Penola, they're obviously floating around that 1st, 2nd and 3rd position. So they're sitting in 3rd this week after their loss against Kingston, and Naracoorte is sitting in 5th. So they're just holding on to that 5th spot at the moment with their 4 wins, 4 losses and a draw. I think this will be a great game. Penola won by 8 last time they played, 49-41. I do think Penola will get the win again here, just to redeem their last few weeks when they had some close games and the loss. So a great game here against these 2 clubs as well.
And then in our last game of the round, it's Kingston taking on Border Districts at Kingston. And a few weeks ago, I think we would have chalked this up to a Border Districts win easily. But after some recent results, I don't think we can say that with as much confidence. Border Districts have had a couple of losses. They had a very narrow win over Bordertown last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, and Kingston had that upset win, and they've got 2 wins on the board now for the season. So could Kingston actually cause the upset here? They're in pretty good form at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be a very interesting game, this one. It's obviously, first playing night, so it'll be a great game. Border Districts, even though they had that close win against Bordertown a couple of weeks ago, Keith had the week off and Penola had the loss, so they've actually jumped back into top spot. So anything could be happening in this ladder at the moment. I think Border Districts will get the win. They'll redeem themselves after that close game against Bordertown a couple of weeks ago, and Kingston show some great form. They're playing well. It'll just depend on who's available for them this week. So a great game here again, but Borders for the win for me.
So 6 rounds left and an increasingly close ladder. Anyone could really take the title from here. Anyone could certainly play finals from here. So really looking forward to seeing how that shapes up. And we'll just have a quick look at the A reserves as well. Since there's no games for us to review this week, we'll take a look at the state of play in the A reserves. So starting off, just having a look at the ladder. Over there, it's Penola and Naracoorte comfortably on top of the ladder, both sitting at 9 and 1.
Yeah, great start here by both of these clubs. Only about one loss between them, so they're really looking like the power horses this year because, third and then it's a close race. But, to be right out there on top of the ladder and with great percentage as well to these two clubs, so they've got great depth.
So after those two, we've got Keith, Bordertown and Mundalla all on 6 and 4 with very similar percentages. And then Lucendale and Kybe Bolite both on 5 and 5, and they both have very similar percentages as well. So there's certainly a logjam there after those top two teams. Is there one team out of that group that you think is a dark horse that could take down one of those top two?
It's really going to be hard to say. You've obviously got 5 teams here chasing 3 positions. Penola and Naracoorte will go through and play finals definitely, but then it just could be anyone, and which it's just great to see. I think to me, Keith's probably the one that can go up there and do that. They've got some great depth. Obviously, they're second in their A grade, second in their A reserve, so I think they're the team that could actually cause those upsets.
And then looking down the bottom of the ladder in 8th, it's Kingston at 2, 7 and 1 draw. Padthaway, who of course don't have an A-grade side, are at 1 win, 8 losses and a draw. And Border Districts, who funnily enough are top of the A-grade, yet to get a win in the A reserves.
Yeah, it just shows it's quite interesting, isn't it? Obviously Border Districts have a great in their A grade and then they just sort of filter off in their A reserves, and again in their B grade they're not too bad. But let's hope that they can get through and get a win this season in the next few weeks.
All right, so plenty happening in both the A grade and the A reserves there in the KNT, and we're certainly looking forward to the action this weekend. Are you getting out to a game this weekend, Sally?
Yes, I'll be at the Bordertown Mundalla games this week, and we're also hosting a walking netball there again, so I'll be participating in that game again at 12 o'clock on Saturday, which is really looking forward to that.
All right, that one should be a cracker, and we're looking forward to hearing about it from you next week. Enjoy the netball this weekend, and we'll chat to you again soon.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.